Hey and welcome to this new video, and in this video we will learn how we can fetch an API and we will do like a real example. We will use the Star Wars API if you know it, or if you like Star Wars film, so we will use this Star Wars API. So the site is swap or it's swepi.com, and after that you go to documentation, and here it is, documentation of the API. So now let's see how to use it. And in JavaScript or in ECMAScript6, if we want to use or to call for an API, we use promises. That's why we learned in the previous video about promises. So first we start by fetch. It's a function, or it's a promise function, and in parameter we give it like the URL of the API, and the URL, here it is. So just here click to documentation, and after that you will see it in here. So let's copy it and put it inside function. Let's make it to look like a real website, so like this. And after that, since we know that fetch it's a promise, that means we need then and catch to invoke it. So then, and let's pass for example data. It will be in a row function, and let's first console log this data. And if we have some errors, we need to catch it. So catch, and let's type error. After that, let's console and see also this error. So here now, if we run it, we will see like it's like an object, but it's a response. So it's, I think we never see it. So it's running, and here it is. It's an object response. So, and this is like how a response or the HTTP code of this API look like. This is type, and this is URL that we type in fetch. And to make this like more readable as an object, because we know how to read object in JavaScript, we need to change this data to JSON file. So how we can do that? We just type here in this data. We don't cancel it in here, but first we need to change it to JSON. So just type like this, data.json, and now this data, it's like convert to JSON. So now we need to have it also as parameter so that we can console it. And how we can do that? We do it by another then. And after that, let's name it, for example, just G. And after that, let's console log this G. So first we have the data, or we catch, not catch, but we have the data. We convert it to JSON as JSON format, and after that we just show it. So clear this, and let's run again. Run, and here it is. So this is an object, and we can like we know how to read object. So here we will find the name. Here the name is Tatooine. So if you're familiar with Star Wars, you will know it. So basically this is like the object, or in JSON file. If we, for example, type here something that's incorrect, let's see if we will invoke this catch, and our error, if he will be like a catch. So run objects, let me type here error.message, clear, and run again to see. And here it is, JSON.parse unexpected character at line 1 colon. This does mean this is incorrect. Now if we clear and run again, it will work like good, and as an object. So now we have, or we know about promises, we know also about event, and the zoom. So let's mix it a little bit. Let's create some div in here and invoke it in here, or call it in here with function, and let's do that. So let's go now to our HTML. Let's create a new div. And let's give it an ID equal to planet, for example. And inside it, let's make a button. And let's just put some text, for example, click for planet name. So it's just an example. So here, let's now get the div, for example, first. So const, let's name it my div. So my div equal to document dot get element by id, element by id, and id it's planet. After that, let's now have the button. So const my button equal to my div dot query selector. I hope you still you didn't forget that. So query selector, and query selector we have just one, it's the button. So now let's create an event listener with click event. So my button dot add event listener. So listener, and the event click, and here let's get just the name of the plan of the function, and let's invoke it or let's type the body outside. So function get planet without any parameter, and now let's copy this fetch inside it. So here it is. Let's just make this right. Okay, so I need to do it one by one. And here, instead of call it directly, let's call another function. So for example, planet name. So planet name, and as parameter it have the data.json. So function, and we name it planet name, and we know that it have one parameter. Let's name it, for example, planet object, and let's create its body. So const, for example, new paragraph equal to document dot create element, and we will create, let's say, a new paragraph. After that, let's add to this new paragraph the name of the planet. So new paragraph dot inner text, inner text equal to planet object, and we want just the name, so we will use dot name because it's an object. That's why we can go to their attribute like this with the dot. And after that, let's add this paragraph to the div. So my div dot append child and let's give it this new paragraph. So everything in here looks good. In output I will make it, let's make it in a single angle in here. Something is not okay. Output, click for planet IG, click, nothing's happened. Don't know why here it didn't see my button. It means I didn't type something well. That's why I don't like to type here in JS, and I prefer code like VS Code, because like he with the image he just complete document. So good, and everything looks clear I think in here. And so here it is. I copied the code in my JS code in here. So this is the HTML, the div with the ID planet and the button, and same code that I wrote in JS bin. So I wrote them in here. After that I execute this in the file. After that, when we click on the planet name, we wait a little because it's an API, and here it is the name. We type again, and here it is. If we go and see planet 2 for example, the name of it, change 1 to 2, save, refresh now, click for planet name, and we will see the name seen here. It's Alderan. Let's see, for example, if we want to see the fort, save. So you know now how you can like do this. So click for it and it's out. Let's make this dynamically, the number of the planet. So let's create a new const, for example random num or planet num, or you can name it whatever you want. We will use the mat.floor because it gives us like a number but without any decimal part, and inside it we will use the mat.random. And this random, it gives us a number but between 0 and 1, so that's mean we need to multiply it by 10 so that it becomes from 1 0 to or 1 to 10. After that we need to make it plus 1, and here let's make this as backtick. So delete this and make it as backtick here also. And now let's use ECMAScript spelling or ECMAScript writing, and here inside let's use this random num. Save, go now, refresh, and I believe it exists just 10 planet, I'm not sure, but let's see. So the first one is this. If we click again, another planet, click, and now it's become dynamic. I believe this is the fourth, I think, and here it is. So now it's better than changing it manually or statically. Every time we click we will see another planet. And here we see that we pass like a whole object, and we want to like add just the name. So let's pass just the name, and we can do it like this inside bracket and type just attribute name, and here we will add directly the name, and it will we will have like the same result. So let's refresh this and let's click now for planet name, and here it is, same result. Camino indoor, so same result as before. And it's better like to pass just the name inside of a total object. since we are interested just in name to add it to our paragraph. Another thing that we can do in here, so let me undo what I just did, and here first let's cancel log. So cancel.log this object, and it's planet object, planet obj. Save, go now and refresh, go to the console, and here let's click. Normally we will have like a see here on the whole of object with a lot of attribute: climate, created, population, and the name. So we can do another thing, it calls, I don't think that we cover it in this course, so it's the case to show it, called to the structure. So const, for example, let's create here a bunch of variable, for example name, population, or climate, terrain, population, and those are like the attribute in our object, our planet object. And the final one, let's have it orbital period, and those are equal to planet object. After that, let's create, so I will delete this, and let's create a new div. So const, let's name it planet div equal es6 way with the backtick, and here let's create our div. So div, close the div, and here let's have, for example, each one, it will be the name, so name. Let's also have a paragraph, and inside this paragraph let's have the other information. For example, the name has a climate that is, and we give it climate, also we can put it as let's put it as ul, so ul, and inside it let's type some le, so le. After that another le, and so this is for the population. And here, for example, the population is, and let's type the population, so population, and we still need this oriental period, so we'll just copy this on here, so we'll also copy this, and here also, like this. And after that, let's append it to our div, but in a new way. We will see it just now. It's called adjust HTML. So my div dot insert adjust HTML. Here it is, and it have two parameter. See here, after begin or after end, before begin or before end. We want in before end, and after that like the element that we want to insert, and we name it planet id or planet div. So planet div, and here it is. Let's here add a line. So save, go back, let's refresh now and see if it's working. So I clicked and here it is. So it take a little of time because of my internet connection, I think. And here is the name of the planet and climate. Terrain is swamp and jungle. The climate is this. Population unknown. Oriental undefined. And here it is. It has population, but Oriental is undefined. Still undefined. Maybe I type it wrong. Oriental period. Let me again cancel log planet object. So planet object. Save now. Refresh. Click. Inspect element. Go to the object. Operator period. I think this is the one that maybe I type it wrong, so I will copy it. Go back in here. It's not the same. Instead of the N of the B, I type N. That's why it gave me this undefined. So now if I click, and here it is. Now the Oriental, it's working. The population also, the name of the planet, and here it is. Let's now create another button that when we click on it, he will show us all the planet or all the 10 planet. So maybe you will do that, for example, if you have a product in your backend, and you need to fetch the API that get all your products, for example. So when you click or navigate to the page of the product, you will see all your product. So let's create in here another button. Here click to click to see all planets, and let's give this one an ID. I will type first button, and here I will just type planet or button planet. Save. Now go and change this to document.get element by ID, and it's first btn, and after that it creates another. Let's name it, for example, btn planet dot document dot get element by id, and I think the name of the id is btn id also. So let's create an event listener. So we'll just copy this and paste it, and here it will be for the btn planet, and for the function it will get planets with s. So now let's go and define this function. So function get planets, and we need to fetch first this API, but without the number, just planet. And after that, let's go and have then change data, make it to JSON. So data.json, and after that send it to another function so that it can read it, and we will name it, for example, planets, and this is just a variable. You can name it whatever you want, and the name of the other planets, let's give it a name of processing planet, for example, or all planet. Let's keep it simple, all planet. So all planet, and it's a function, and in this function we will get the planet. Here I'm still cancel logging this, so we will see what I will have in here. Cancel log, and it's an object. Do we need just a result? I think it's the one that have the name of the planet, if I still remember. So for the moment we will keep it that way. After that we can do a catch if we want, so dot catch, we'll just copy this in catch because it will be the same. So catch, and now let's go and have this define this function. So function our planet, and it has a parameter. We will name it, for example, normally it's an array, so planet array, and we already have like this function. So what this function does, it'll first it destruct those information that are in a planet object, and after that it create to us the div with the list. So we will just since it's an array, so we will just loop for this function, and we will use the off loop. So for const, or let's name it prop of planet r planet array, and basically we will just loop for this. So planet name, and we will give it our prop, and here it is. Here I think I don't need the brackets because I have just one instruction inside my for. But if you are still like beginner, just do them. I will close it in here. Let's see if this is working. Let's see, let's refresh. Click to see our planet. Okay, I'm clicking. It's not iterable. Why? Let's cancel log it first to see. So here console.log planet r, save, go now refresh. It's an object. If we open the object, the result, so we need to pass the results because the result is the array. Yeah, so we need to pass the result. So let's go, and here we pass planet dot result. Now it should work. So save, refresh, click now to see our planet, wait a little, and here it is, 10 planet that we have in our Star Wars API with all the information. So I think this will be all for this video and for the fetch and API. So this is the code if you need it, and in this video we use the Star Wars API, and of course there is not just the planet. I think there is the film, actor, people, and yeah, here it is, film, people, planet, species, starship, and vehicle. So just go and use for example, in your example, use people and film, and type code like this, show for example one planet by one, and after that show all your people, for example, or your film. and like push that or type that in your code in GitHub, and share with me your link in comment so that I can go and see the thing or the work that you did. So I think this is all for this video. See you next.